shadows where the stories rise. Gangsta's paradise where truth never lies. Tune in deep, feel the drama unfold. Real life tales, bold and untold. In the shadows where the stories rise. Gangsta's paradise where truth never lies. Tune in deep, feel the drama unfold. Real life tales, bold.
What up, dope fam? Welcome to GPTV1, where truth never lies. This is another cautionary tale, a story where the streets, fame, and justice all collide. In the world of rap, some stories are born in the spotlight and others in the shadows. On Kennedy Street Northwest in Washington, D.C., one rapper lived both lives at the same time. His name, Migo Lee. His real name, Kali Ahmed Brown. Court documents say he was more than an artist. He was a leader in the Kennedy Street Crew. Brown, known as Migo Lee, was once seen as one of DC's rising rap voices. A local artist representing the trenches. The struggle, the harsh reality of life in Northwest. But prosecutors allege he wasn't just documenting the streets, he was helping run them. To understand Migo Lee, you need the backdrop. Kennedy Street, Northwest, has a long history, stretching back to the early 1990s. What older reports call the First and Kennedy Crew once dominated this area. According to investigators, the crew was tied to violent clashes, drug markets, and block-by-block turf disputes. By the 2000s, a new generation stepped in. The Kennedy Street Crew, or KDY, emerged as one of the district's largest street crews. And by the 2020s, prosecutors say Migo Lee was one of the central figures. He built a rap identity around the environment. Gritty, raw, unfiltered. But investigators say many of his lyrics and his videos weren't just storytelling. They allege the music became a form of propaganda. A way to project power, intimidate rivals, and brand the crew's territory. in a massive 2023 federal takedown. Law enforcement charged more than a dozen KDY members. Court filings say the crew controlled an 11-block stretch of Kennedy Street, selling fentanyl, cocaine base, marijuana, oxycodone. Investigators also tied the crew to firearms used to defend turf and threaten rivals. In September 2024, Migo Lee pleaded guilty to multiple narcotics and firearm charges. According to prosecutors, he was involved in distributing large quantities of drugs and participating in violent retaliations. Was Migo Lee a rapper who got caught up in the streets, or a street leader who used rap to amplify the brand? Federal prosecutors say it was the latter, that the music and the crime fed into each other, building an identity that blurred the line between entertainment and real-world violence. And that's the core of the rap files, when the art stops being separate and becomes part of the operation. The news only shows the violence, the raids, the drug busts. But Kennedy Street is more than that. It's a place where families grind. Kids dream big, and pressures build on anyone growing up there. Migo Lee was a product of that pressure, molded by the streets that raised him. The story of KDY and the role Migo played is tied to a neighborhood where survival, talent, and danger all collide. And the impact of that can't be explained by numbers alone. Migo Lee's story is a warning and a reality check. He had talent, ambition, and a voice, but according to investigators, he tied that voice to a crew deeply embedded in violence and drug trafficking. And that choice cost him his freedom. In the world of rap, authenticity is everything, but sometimes authenticity carries a price. If you want more stories breaking down the crossroads of rap, crime, and culture, subscribe to GPTV1 and check out the full Rap Files playlist. Drop a comment. Do you think rap influences the streets, or do the streets influence rap?